Are we live?
Yeah.
What's up, world? How you guys doing? Happy week 14. It's Sunday, obviously. So today we have obviously our special guest, Mr. JusKev,
What's up?
and obviously, I guess Eric has a question for you, Kev, and
What's
then
Yeah.
we'll
that?
dive.
Oh, go
We'll
ahead.
dive in.
Quit pausing. Go.
No, no,
Phil.
no, I got this. I got this. Then we'll dive into injury and news updates, viewer questions as always, and then the weatherman has a topic. And then lastly, we're going to dive into our matchups and what we're looking forward to seeing, especially in viewers' questions as well. Okay. So, Eric, go ahead.
Okay, so I've done this every time. Number 3 here. We've got Kevin, JusKev, proves it pays to not charge to run a Instagram account. We like that Kevin doesn't charge for social media. It's nice. So if you have a social medias, Kevin doesn't charge. So there you go. Hit him up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I didn't expect to get paid. I love being out here with the people and do things for free. So
yeah,
hit me
it's a good
up.
business model. But yeah, Kevin, I'm playing.
I didn't know I was.
He's a
I didn't know I
trillionaire.
was a charity service. So
Truly is doing a good thing. But we've been playing fantasy with Kevin. I've been playing fantasy with Kevin maybe since 04, 06, something like that.
yeah, it's been a
So-
long time. Been a real long time.
And
But
hang on, Kevin. I got 3 bullet points. Okay.
okay, good, no problem.
Okay. Kevin has a good feel. I think Kevin's got a good feel for identifying which offenses he wants to have his fantasy players from, especially quarterbacks and receivers. So I know Kevin has been early to AB and Peyton Manning on his good years. As a fantasy player, I found Kevin is the guy that will send you really good good trade offers, but then you realize how good they were like 3 weeks later. You're just like, damn. You're just like, man, what was I thinking? I find that happens several times. And but yeah, Kevin, thanks for coming on. How you feeling? Any thoughts on those items?
No, thanks for having me. I love what you guys are doing and glad to be a part of it. And I think the problem with the whole trade thing you're saying is like we get caught up in overvaluing our players.
Mm-hmm.
So you never want to pull the trigger on anything. So when they blow up 3 weeks later, you get really pissed off. So,
Right.
mhm.
But yeah, Kevin, I have something I wanted to check in with you about. Just something you said in the last video got me thinking. Like, wait a minute. So Kevin will get involved. He'll comment. He'll follow us, and along with the free social media work. So that's always good. Oh no, it's not even on this. Hang on, working on this.
Anyways,
Almost got it. Here we go. Can you see this?
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
What does that say, Kevin?
I can read. I won
Read
the
it.
regular season. I won the regular season the last 2 years.
Okay, Kevin. What years did you win the regular season?
Well, I remember you paid me $100 at least twice. I know that. I said the
That-
regular season,
Kevin?
not playoff.
That was in 2015 and 2016.
Okay. I was a year off. Okay, my bad.
What year is it, Kevin? What year is it? No, that was 4 years ago, Kevin.
I like to remember the good times. All right.
Anyway, I was like, wait a minute. I had the best regular season, and I knew Izzy had the one before that, so I was like, I went digging. 2015 and 16. Okay. Watch your facts. I'll come
All
looking.
right. I'll remember that next time if I come on again. Jeez, you dug hard.
Hey, we just started.
All right, sorry.
I know.
Okay, sorry. It grinds my gears, Kevin.
Ooh,
But-
Sorry.
years.
I'm not trying to discredit the show. My bad.
Anyway, no, you're good. You're good. Just watch your facts.
All right.
But okay, let's get into news for this week. Do you have? Let's see, Pat. Do you want to go over anything that you've got? I think we were talking about Brandon Cooks a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks is now inactive. Some people are, I read that this is the end of Brandon Cooks. he's dealt with a lot of stuff in his life, but we gotta wait to see what exactly if it's a concussion or just the body injuries. Because the boy's been rocked a lot. But other than that, man, and you have something noted here about Jamal Dean, Eric, or
Yeah,
Jamel.
Jamel Dean. So he's the best cornerback for the Bucks. He didn't play in that Chiefs game when Tyreek Hill had 270 yards or something. So he's out. As of right now, he's out right now. So I feel way more confident with him being out, starting both Justin Jefferson and Thielen, with them likely going to be having a pass funnel. So they're going to be trying to shut down Cook no matter what. So fire up your Vikings, those two receivers. And then we were asked a lot about Ezekiel Elliott. He is playing today. So there you go, Peter. No positive COVID tests reported as well as of this morning too. So nothing last minute there. Kevin, do you have anything for that?
I had the people that were waiting, the return of Myles Gaskin. He's shut down again for possibly 14 and 15 because he's on the COVID list now. So people that stashed him on their bench and hoping for the playoff run, he's not there. So you guys gotta look up the waiver wire and find some replacement for him. I don't know if I would trust any other Miami running back though in that offense. So
see, I don't think Ahmed's
DeAndre
back.
Washington's the only one, I believe, last man standing right now.
Yeah, Ahmed's out again too.
Yeah, they have Matt Breida too, but who knows with him?
Yeah.
Okay. And then,
But I think that's the other news. And then the other one is Deebo Samuel is playing today, so that'd be a good pickup for somebody against Washington. So
yeah, he should be more involved than last week when he was actually given the ball. He was doing really good things for them.
You see that Kyle Shanahan said their run game was actually accurate, or they did good last week, even though.
Yeah. do the cam roll down on that one? Like, no. Yeah. No.
Anyways.
Okay, I'm going to get in my weather update now. All right, so how promising were we looking? We got, where I live, we got 5 inches of snow yesterday. So maybe even more than that. But so I was thinking, big week, I can really get into this. Nope, it's just a little bit windy in New York. That's it. Everything else is pretty tame from what I've seen.
Gotta hate that wind.
Yeah, so that actually does affect, I think, that Josh Allen game. Josh Allen, we'll get into him in a little bit. Yeah, Josh Allen, Pitt. Yeah, definitely, with Pitt's defense. And then it's likely to rain on the West Coast by Kevin there. So it's going to be a little rainy likely for the Jets-Seahawks game and the 4:25 game. So maybe some more turnovers in that game than usual. But the field's fake turf, right, Kevin? So there's not going to be muddy or anything like that.
Yeah, but it's just Seattle. Most of the Seattle players can normally do just fine. And the weather's usually never a factor up here when it rains because it's not like hard rain. It's always light. So it's fine. Don't worry about the weather up here. It'll be fine. Yeah, I had to get a lot of energy drinks this morning because you guys made me wake up at 7 to do.
It's part of the deal, Kevin.
Yeah.
But maybe so the kicking game's probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
But that's the main things I had. Pretty tame weather. They're going to have the snow cleared off in the Midwest well before this. So, but I don't see any comments coming in yet. So we'll go to our matchups or what we're looking forward to now.
All right.
So Pat, you want to lead that off?
So as far as our matchups, I have a bye in both my weeks. Still in it, so don't really have anything on that. Eric, you have a matchup, so you want to pull up your matchup?
I got a couple, man. I could be a very happy or sad person in the next couple of hours.
Oh man. Well, how'd the Thursday night go for you, Eric? Let's kick it off with that, man.
Yeah, Thursday night, I was talking with a friend from work, and we were talking about what the score was going to be for the Rams, and in that game against the Patriots, I'm like, 24-10. That was my prediction, and not even that many points for the Patriots. I was like, how are they going to score? At the end of the day, Belichick can't go and run a touchdown in, can he? So I was like, I didn't think the Patriots were going to do much. So that's why I did start Robert Woods, as you can see. I expected just a little more fight out of the Patriots, and then when your team scores a defensive touchdown, so like the Rams did, I was just like, no, it's like tackle him. I don't know if anybody else is just screaming at their TV in those situations, but not great. But it could have been worse, right? He had 5 catches, but otherwise, I'm looking at like I talked about, Josh Allen versus Ryan Tannehill, and whether I think with this decision with those versus those, comparing those two guys, I think that's playing a huge part with it being a little windier, plus the tough defense, plus the Steelers haven't given up more than 19 points to any quarterback this whole season. So that just makes it really tough for me to trust Josh Allen to really put up a big game. So I'm starting Tannehill at this point. I don't know what you guys would think in that scenario, quarterback scenario.
Go ahead, Pat.
No, I was just going to say, I know Pitt's missing a lot of pieces, man. That's why I'm very interested to see what the defense looks like without – they're missing like 5 pieces, bro. So, obviously, I still would lean with Tannehill in the situation just because of the background, and Jacksonville's pretty giving. The only person you trust on that team is Mr. 815, and he plays offense. But other than that, I'd say Tannehill.
The only reason I'm skeptical of Tannehill is because of what Derrick Henry does to Jacksonville every time he plays him. He goes for 40, and maybe not. They just run the ball all day, and Tannehill doesn't get a lot of opportunities. So I mean, and I don't know if you thought that. Yeah, I don't know if you thought this too, Eric. Is like, Josh Allen's been your workhorse. You want to risk benching him in the playoffs?
Oh, I mean, I'm thinking. I see it, Kev. You got him thinking.
No, yeah. I see. Those are really valid points, and those are both bouncing around my head right now. Yeah, if we were to do our show our rankings, I'd have them neck and neck. Mm-hmm. Just like with what Jacksonville showed me last week against the Vikings, like if you look at the stat sheet, Dalvin Cook looks like he went crazy, but he had most of his yards in the fourth quarter, and Jacksonville put up a fight. Like they didn't let him run all over him, so that's why I'm leaning. Like if they, as long as they put that same effort as last week up in Minnesota, then I that's why I'm leaning this. But they could just call it a season, right? And just get ran all over, thrown down.
Because I don't want you, start Tannehill and then you got a stat line of 10 for 11 for 70 yards and a touchdown. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a good game, but it's not good fantasy wise. So it could happen, but I mean, if it was me, I would go with Allen. But
okay,
that's so.
I've been thinking about it. I mean, I had him in there all week, and then I just early this morning I was looking at that, and then the weather is absolutely perfect in Jacksonville, like 60 degrees, no wind, and I think they're gonna try to crowd the line of scrimmage and be able to let Tannehill throw, but that's just they could be a couple points apart at the end of the day, and then maybe this doesn't matter so much. The other one in Pat's league, so I am in the play. I got the 3 and the 4 seed in my 2 leagues, so didn't quite lock up the 2 seed like I wanted, but here we go. Third seed in the other league. The big decision is Dobbins versus Swift or Kareem Hunt. So there's a hill out there, and I think I'm gonna die on it. It's Swift Hill.
Because you spoke about him, you talked him up. You got to play him, type of feel.
Yeah, I told our people. It's like
he's playing Green Bay, though.
He's playing Green Bay. And if you're okay, I was thinking about it. I watched Darrell Bevell, the interim coach. I listened to him talk about him. I stared him in his eyes and tried to get a read on this man. He wants to be the coach again. He doesn't want to get let go. And why not? Like, I can't. He seems like a smart guy over the years, right? He seems like he's one of the better coordinators for. He was Russell Wilson's for a long time, and he likes running the ball with all those guys. It's like, I think if your likelihood depended on it, are you going to use your best player? And I just think he will. So And with Dobbins, we talked about it, but there's literally a 5 running back committee if you include Lamar Jackson in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting. And with Cleveland, so it's Baltimore's taking on Cleveland, and it could be a really close game this year anyway. The Ravens are only favored by 3, so I just think the upside with Swift is just so big for him to put up a couple touchdowns versus Dobbins. But where would you guys stand? I guess Dobbins versus Swift, or I guess Hunt if you want to get cute with it. I think. But
Go ahead, Pat.
I wouldn't get cute with shit. No, the Dobbins thing, it's hard to find out or figure that out. We ain't got time for that right now. You seen what Green Bay has given up to running backs.
Yeah.
And like you said with Neville Swivel, the dude off Harry Potter, I don't know what his name is.
Gus.
I think that if he wants to keep his job, he's going to use his future assets, and Swift is definitely one of those pieces.
Yeah, I'd probably start Swift too, but the only thing you have to fear is, it's Detroit, so you gotta hope they're not down 5 touchdowns in the first quarter where they stop running the ball. So, because I think Green Bay is going to kill Detroit, so you just gotta hope that Swift still gets his touches. But you're right about the Ravens backfield. Like, I want no part of that. Like, forget about it.
I'd say he pass catches too, though. So
Yeah.
you've seen. I think I've seen enough out of them when he is healthy that even when they're down, I think he's still caught passes.
What's their alternative? Like frying pans and Adrian Peterson. He can't catch.
Right.
AP is back. He's trying to get on the contract. The man's trying to play till he's 50. I was just watching the copper wire, whatever it's called. The commercials with Jerry Rice. He's gonna be the
copper
next
tone.
one.
Copper wire.
He's gonna be out there in like a year. Play. Look at me.
that game is in Detroit too, so that can you think on the top of your, how many times have the Packers absolutely killed Detroit in Detroit? I think that's a lot less than when they face off in Green Bay.
I think it'll be a better game because Detroit got rid of Patricia. They're actually they look better, and watching the Bears play them, I don't want to go into depth about that, but yeah, they look like a functioning. They look like a functioning football team.
The things I heard about Patricia, I don't know. He thought,
right?
Like for real.
Nah.
What kind of resume do you think you got, bud?
Yeah, he tried to clean himself up. He cut the hair, he turned his hat forward, still got fired. So
you got fired in the pandemic.
Damn, Pat, you're brutal, man.
Oh, Sunday.
Who was you're like, this is the last coach that needs to get fired? That was a couple weeks ago. Easy, Pat. Easy.
Just saying, man.
He should have got but in past defense, he should have been fired last year. So
what has he done? What are we waiting for?
Exactly. He hasn't done anything.
And the next one is Crazy Eyes.
Who's Crazy Eyes?
Adam
Gase.
Go with the win.
Man,
all
all right. Yeah, I'm just looking at viewer questions. I'm just afraid a lot of our steady people might not be. Yeah, they might be in a bye situation, hopefully. So, not really getting a lot of questions. We got Izzy with a statement. Thanks for the statement, Izzy. And Izzy's gonna be on next week. If anybody's gonna be, he's gonna be on next week. We got a schedule now. We have a waiting list. But thanks for coming on, Kevin. Somebody might be just tuning in now. Kevin's our number 3 guest. Very important part of Fantasy Breakouts.
I try to do all the behind the scenes stuff with the Graham and my charity work.
With the Graham.
Put it that way. Yeah. No, it's fun to be on, guys. I like doing this a lot.
So, I'd say we just dive into the matchups we got in the future for next week. Erik, I want you to don't do that. Don't do that to yourself because when you expect to play next week, it always does not go that way. So let's just leave it there. Knock on every wood you see. Pause.
I'll be grateful if I clear both teams. I'll be very grateful for that. I'm not counting my chickens. But
So maybe let's talk about which is your schedule or your potential lineup look like next week, Kevin? Are you in a fancy like Yahoo or what
Yeah, I'm
platform?
in Yahoo next week. Well, I can if you go to our league because I'm in the consolation bracket. I don't want to get ninth or 10th in your guys' league. So
Why is that? Why is that?
because you guys, I don't want to do the punishment. Like, oh,
Whoa,
are we?
whoa. Tell the
I
people.
know,
Tell the people.
I know where this is going, Pat. Somebody
Oh,
still
shit.
needs to pay up from their responsibilities from getting the last place a while ago.
Shameful.
But yeah, pretty shameful, you know. But you pretty much you got to bring beer to the
Oh, you froze.
basically provide for the next draft, pretty much.
I think that's
And
fair.
I think it's fair too. Don't get last if you don't want to do the punishment.
So
don't
let's see.
don't quit.
Yeah, so let's just remind people that just because you didn't make the playoffs and you're last right now, there still is bracket afterwards.
See, my problem with my team too is it was never healthy altogether. Like I had so many injuries. I had Saquon, Miles Sanders was gone for half the year. Miles Gaskin, and now I was hoping to ride him to win. He's on COVID again. So the injury problems I had this year were brutal. So, and I tried to make trades. I tried to pick up. I went all in on some players I shouldn't have. Like remember that bid on Justin Jackson? I put like $20-something on it, and he got hurt the first play of the game.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I kind of set out that bait. I was like, I'm cutting him.
Yeah,
Let's watch him dig.
Yeah, I even tried to make a late trade for Michael Thomas because I had Mahomes already and gave up Herbert to get him. But you know, Taysom Hill decided to throw a spiral 3 weeks later. So
Bro, his spiral's audacious.
yeah, it's horrible.
I don't know what the man. I remember the first game when he threw that deep ball to Emmanuel Sanders. Not cool, guys. Not a
I
great
mean,
throw.
I feel like I can throw a better ball still than Taysom Hill right now.
I agree. I would have to agree.
Seeing you up close, Pat.
Hey guys, live, okay?
I gotta ask you a question, Pat. Like,
Oh, Kevin, you went out.
my camera went off.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
he's talking to me in the darkness.
No, I said, why don't you just embrace the bald, man?
No, man.
Like your hairline, you got the Stephen A. You're like back here now, like.
I'm cool with it, Hey, it's one thing when you're not you hesitant about it. I just don't care. I work from home.
Well, clearly, like you know.
You knew that.
We're cool. We're cool, man. No, it's
we
not.
might
It's
have
not.
the highest hairline podcast or fantasy team here.
It's just the aged ones.
You're younger than us, Pat.
I've been through a lot of trauma in my life. Yeah, I ain't never dealt with the stuff I dealt with. Ramen
Right.
noodles for breakfast. No, I'm done. I'm done.
I didn't know it was going to turn into that type of.
Flaming hot and Mountain Dew.
Cheese sandwiches. Government cheese sandwiches.
Government cheese. Back you up for days.
Oh man.
Let's get
All
on
right.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 11.
Yeah. So let's dive into future as far as fantasy. Next week, what are we? Is there anything you guys are looking for specifically? Any players to break out? Any players this week that you're waiting to see?
Yeah, I was looking out. Hang on.
Well, I say starting off with that Detroit game, I picked up Jamal Williams in a couple leagues because, like you said, I think the Packers are going to blow a lot of people out.
Yeah.
So these last 2 weeks, I think he's going to be a great play. At worst. Yep. Extra dry, is he? Pause.
Yeah,
No.
I think some of them I'm looking for is Mr. Kittle. I'm looking for some injury news in the next few days here. But yeah, Izzy has a question quick. Let's get to that, and then we'll circle back. Can I trust Marvin Jones as my third wide receiver? I have Pittman and Jeff Wilson Jr. on the bench. What do you think, Kevin?
I have a love-hate relationship with Marvin Jones Jr. I gave that dude so many chances, and then I dropped him, and then Erik picked him up, played him against me. He scored twice, so made me really mad. But I would say you would have to play him in this situation because I don't like your alternative options.
No,
Pittman Jr. No, that offense isn't great.
Is it the season of Ty now? Is Ty the guy again? Is he leading the charge?
No, I just don't think that offense is very good with Phillip Rivers at the helm.
Heard that.
It's pedestrian at best. They rely on that defense. If anything, if you start Marvin Jones, worst case you get in a shootout, and or they're getting blown out, get some garbage touchdown, maybe a garbage touchdown here or there or something like that.
Marvin had 26 points against the Bears last week.
Yeah, it was. He had a good game.
What's going on with the Bears corners? I thought that was a good part of the defense.
What's going on with the Bears in general? They haven't decided to play football since October, so
we're gonna run the ball.
It's tough being a fan, but I think honestly, the defense gave up on him. Honestly, I don't think they win a game the rest of the year. Honestly,
well, I think the defense is just tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah. But the difference is that the offense actually played okay last week. They look like they're just out of it. They don't really care anymore. Like they're done with the season. When you lose 6 games in a row, I mean, that's gonna have an effect on you. I don't care who you are.
Bottles of Cristal.
Yeah,
sure.
For most teams, I would say. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like some teams like the Jags are feisty, but yeah, that's the season, I guess, for the Bears this year. But okay, so we're all leaning Marvin Jones in that question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you think, Pat? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but Pat, are you looking for someone specifically to show you they're worth starting next week, or what are you I guess thinking for week 15? Thinking ahead.
I'm in the bye for 2 weeks. I'm specifically looking at that 49ers backfield. From the eye test last week, Jeff Wilson looks a little better than Raheem. But let's keep in mind they just paid the man. They had a lot of different traveling things going on last week. They might have just kind of been easing back. But then again, like if Kittle comes back and the offense is firing on all cylinders, maybe that's the game plan. Just wait for George. And Jimmy G, I guess. But let's just wait for George, So definitely waiting for that. What's your guys' take on that running back field?
It depends on Shanahan, honestly. He likes to do the hot hand thing where, I've been burned by that this year too. McKinnon's going to get the carries one day and then
Remember that week? I remember that. No, you played me that week.
Jeff was a carries. Yeah, I know. I was pretty upset.
If it makes you feel any better, I played him that week in another league, and it was just like he didn't tired legs.
He didn't get a carry. Like
he had tired legs. But bro, you've been out of football for how many years? How you have tired legs? Legs are
right.
Fresh.
One thing with the 49ers, especially with Kittle and fantasy relevance the rest of the year, if they lose today, they're done. I mean, they can't make the playoffs. They're both 5-7, Washington and 49ers. There's a kind of a bad team matchup that I'm really hyped about. But yeah, if you have Kittle, you can drop him if the 49ers lose because they're not bringing him back at that point.
Unless you're in the keeper, slow your roll. But
give the viewers more credit, Pat. I don't think they would just drop Kittle.
Hey, you never know, man. Some people would like instant. They hear something, they see something. It's no, we didn't say it like that.
Yeah, then they're gonna come back to the show. It's all your fault, Pat.
I'm gonna say you need to stop being so thirsty. Stop drinking that morning coffee. But
Kevin, do you have anything otherwise in news or things you're looking for?
Oh, I let me see here. Hold on, go off me for a second. I lost my audio.
we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you fine. Just talk.
I don't think you can hear us. So, anyways, I mean, I'm pretty much waiting to see what that backfield, like you said, let's see in that situation. Um, and I'm wondering how that Baltimore game is going to go too. They need to they need to get into gear. It's definitely must win for both of them. I hope that Lamar gets his touch back. Pause. But as far as Hollywood getting back into things, maybe that's the sign of good things to come. So if that running game and that passing game gets back on cue as far as him, and of course you would like Mark Andrews to get back on the scene. You never know, man. Maybe Lamar could be a league winner, right?
Yeah, this person. Thanks for following us. I asked a few questions. Thanks Dad69. But
right.
PPR, Deontay, Chubb, or Godwin? Definitely Chubb. We're not ever benching Chubb the rest of the way.
No, that's
but,
just
who's our second? I guess maybe Deontay or Godwin.
Yeah.
I guess.
What's your lineup look like? Cause
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That should be a question. Like,
but no, it's okay. I mean, but let's say like maybe he's saying 2 out of the 3. So let's say who do you like better, Deontay Johnson or Godwin this week?
Who's Minnesota playing? Are you playing the Bucks?
They're playing Tampa Bay. Yeah.
I think that's the safer route, right? Because they might put
White.
put not Dez.
Tre'Davious.
Yeah. He's actually been playing way better since he got friggin' thrown around, annihilated by DK a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Oh my gosh, he looked so afraid. I saw him. That'd be me.
Don't do that, man.
Don't hurt me,
he's
man.
got a family. He's got a family.
He's playing better, so that's my choice too. Godwin.
Well, you just gotta hope. Yeah, I would go Godwin. It just depends on how much. Tom Brady picks a favorite receiver every week, so it also depends who he goes to, especially in the red zone. That's the only thing you have to worry about with Godwin. He doesn't get a lot of looks down there because you got Gronk and Evans. So, but I think volume-wise, you probably want to go with Godwin in that situation.
That was PPR, right?
We're unanimous. Yeah, PPR, he said. Yeah. I think not too far apart, but I go Godwin. Yeah. Pat, you said Godwin too?
Yeah. I just, like you said, Davius White. And then you got to think the Pittsburgh offense is looking a little hairy at the moment. So
yeah. I think they just had a bad day at the office.
They did, but we're gonna have to wait. I think you have a safer bet with Godwin. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you guys have anything otherwise for stuff you're looking for, Kevin? With your, understand, I saw a sheet of research. Or do you have any like DFS?
No, I pretty much just had my my rankings of how I want to do things. Pretty much my like advice to you if you like want to try to steal a win, start every Seattle offensive player you can against the Jets. The Jets are atrocious, and I would be tempted to even start Carlos Hyde if you got a shot at it, because I think they're gonna score maybe 30 plus against them. So Hyde can fall in the end zone a couple of times. I think any offensive player for Seattle is going to have a big day. So
you guys feel like that backfield's going to turn
Stop
up
it,
here.
Cover your mouth.
Leave me alone.
Cover your damn mouth.
That's how you get Rona, Pat.
It's the vid-19. But you guys think that backfield is going to turn into a complete, like, I'd say not a complete timeshare, 50-50 split, but more like at least like a 60-40? Because, even Pete Carroll's saying, like, Chris Carson, he's not back yet. And those mid-foot sprains, that could take some time.
with Carson, it's just because I have him in one of my other league, and um, he can't be the workhorse anymore because he gets hurt too much. It's hard to rely on him. I would say 60-40 is probably the right call. Probably for second down. I've seen Carlos Hyde more on third down, and I watch Seattle a lot out here, living out here, so they like to get Hyde more involved in the passing game. So first, second down, he tends to get the goal line carries too, Carson. But Hyde is definitely going to play a role in that backfield in the future. So if you got him, make sure you keep him stashed because if Carson goes down, there's your workhorse. He's going to get 20 touches a game. So,
and you guys think they're going to Seattle as far as their offensive approach are going to go back to that more of a run heavy, and I think they're going to go back to a more run heavy approach because we all know how bad their defense is. Their defense is getting better, but they are exposable.
I think I agree with that. Sorry, Pat, you're pausing for a while.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I think so. If they have the winning game script, like as long as they're not trailing, yes. But I think they will be trailing. The problem is they will be trailing so often that they have to throw. But yeah, this week I think Kevin's on the money. I would expect maybe not a Latavius Murray type outing, but like he did a couple of weeks ago. But
you're right.
I think their backup running back, he's gonna be fine. Hyde's gonna be fine.
I think they need to tone down the let Russ cook stuff a little bit. They're a better team when they run the ball and how they used to do things before. Yeah, because that defense is atrocious. They're not stopping anybody, and I think Russell Wilson tries to play hero ball too much in that offense. I mean, he is their best player. They'd be horrible without him, but it's gotten them into trouble the last couple of weeks with him trying to force plays and stuff like that. So I think they're going to change their philosophy just a little bit. So,
are the Jets going to rely on blitz zero this week?
I hope not. Otherwise, somebody else is getting fired.
He may be gone, but we're still doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think they're tanking on purpose. Like, who? If you look up the research for that play, like since like if you go back to like the 60s or something like that, nobody's ever zero blitzed on a Hail Mary and for that long a time. Like
they were like, hey, do this, go ahead.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Might work.
So this is what back-to-back plays, right? They almost got touchdowns on.
Yeah.
Or they did get on the second one.
Yeah. And it's not like they got like some short down corner out there. I don't even know who the corner I don't even know who the corner is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lock down.
Okay. But all right, Pat, I think that we'll wrap it up. I have some important tinkering to do. So I don't know. I don't have anything else for us.
You want to think out loud with us, or you want to go in the corner?
Come on, let's help. I got no say in this.
I'm not gonna let you help me.
Come on.
I won't be able to live with myself all week if I.
Come on, I already got you. I already got you thinking about Josh Allen. Don't lie.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
is. When you were saying it, all I saw on his face was like, right. Ooh, that's valid.
I think he's gonna change it.
You brought up the hill, so
you're welcome, Eric.
I'm just gonna go. Okay, this is what my tinkering process is gonna be. It's gonna be go look at the injury report for everybody on the Steelers because Pat said everybody's out. So I'm gonna check exactly who I think is good and not good on that defense.
Dupree's out. Dupree's out. I think.
Who?
Dupree's out.
Mm-hmm.
Capri.
Dupree, bro.
Jermaine Dupree.
Yes. Yeah. Got Cameron at the defensive end.
Yeah, right.
The shortest one out there. I think is Joe Hayden out? I think Joe Hayden's out. Double check that one.
I saw him go down last week. Yeah.
Yeah. They got a lot of injuries last week. It
was tough.
I don't know, man. I think you go with your horse. You ride your horse.
Pause.
Yeah, because so if you're so in the situation I have is I have Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, and if I start Tannehill, that's a lot riding on one freaking game.
Exactly.
But
goes
our
your way.
AJ Brown and on AJ Brown and Henry are kind of inverse scorers a lot of weeks, but I don't know,
Yeah.
some weeks they both score. And then I think Tannehill kind of rides whatever AJ Brown will do.
I see. Corey Davis too. I see like a 30-point game from Henry, and then you get like a 3-catch, 120-yard game from AJ Brown, touchdown, because they're gonna do a bunch of play action. They're gonna take a shots up top like they always do.
Mm-hmm.
But Tannehill, I just
defense. My bad. I think Jacksonville's defense. They played with some heart last week.
I mean,
But at the same time, I mean, don't think I'm saying they're going to slow them down. I don't think that. But
all right.
I guess I think they're almost really unpredictable as far as their offense. Like you said, like it's almost like a feeler. They either go Henry could have 50 points or Henry's having 6.
Yeah, right, exactly. And like I said, I think it with Allen, I think you're playing more upside with Tannehill. Like he could explode, but his downside is going to be bad. Like I feel like no matter what from Josh Allen, you're going to get at least 20. That's how I feel about it. So I take the guaranteed points, maybe the higher score if he blows up, rather than the downside of Tannehill getting 8.
They could be up. They could be up a lot, so they might put in their backups. Fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And Tannehill. Yeah, they're favored by 7. I'm still having trouble finding the Pittsburgh game.
7.
Tennessee's favored.
Really?
Tennessee's,
No.
Yeah, Tennessee's favored by 7.
It. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it should be more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they have seen the Jacksonville has been kind of feisty on defense.
I mean,
but
and James, I think James
offense is
Robinson. Yeah, James Robinson can keep up with them because Tennessee's run defense is not stellar at all.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So
Kevin, thank you for the
assuming
advice.
they're keeping-
I'm not going to do it.
All right. I'll check at 10 o'clock here, noon for you, see what your lineup looks like.
Yeah, and the tough thing with my week, the thing that might throw a wrench in everything, I have Aaron Jones and Cook in one league, and then I'm facing them in the other league. So it could be like if they go 70 points between the two of them, yeah, I'm dead in the other one. So
Yeah.
So, would you rather be on the side of that, or you rather be on the side of like, oh no, I'm in 5 leagues and my team's the same?
definitely diversified with players that I really like, not just guys because they're different guys, right?
I think that'd be pretty boring. Even if
Unless
you
you're-
if you won all those, I don't know, man. I just think it takes a lot of the unexpectedness out of fantasy.
Well, unless you got all the studs, I mean, it's okay to have a similar team. Like,
foundation.
I always try to go running back heavy in all my leagues. I still believe in that philosophy where you get running backs make your teams as long as they stay healthy. So, which didn't happen
that work
this year.
How did that work out with like Miles Sanders?
Well, I lost Saquon the first week too.
I lost Saquon in my league, man.
Yeah,
and I won that league, finished first overall. And we had a backwards waiver wire in that league.
I know how you feel about waiver wires, Patrick. We have a discussion every year.
Yeah, I think everyone likes the bidding thing.
I'm cool with that.
People that aren't participating still.
Well,
somebody has $100 remaining.
That's your dad, right?
Yeah.
Nils don't make moves. Nils stands for loyalty.
He killed the draft. He killed the draft.
Yeah.
No, he did a great draft, but he does it as long as his team stays healthy. And he has
his lineup. That's what he's putting out every week. Is what he put on the board day one.
He was winning by 20 or 30 with Larry Fitzgerald every week in the lineup. All right, I'm going to look at this injury report. Pat hasn't given me all the bodies that have accumulated on Pittsburgh, but Pat, I think that's about it, man. What do you want to wrap this up?
I mean, I'm cool with that. All right,
We don't have the questions coming in, so.
All right. So as far as that, good luck. It's week 14. Let's not make any quick decisions or anything. If you're looking forward to 15, 16, kind of take a dive into things like Eric's doing. Just because I said there's 5 people out, he's gonna go look and make sure there's 5 people out. Anyways, thank you for Kevin for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Could you please say you love wide receivers for the fans?
I really like wide receivers. Is that it? Did I nail it?
All right.
So, look forward to the Monday night recap with waivers. And always, you guys, if you like more videos, you want more videos like this, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Yep. Thank you so much. We'll see. We'll see Izzy next week for after the bye week here. First round of the semifinals, right? But yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, Kev. Anything to leave people with, Kevin?
No, I had a good time. Love doing this, guys. You guys, anybody that's watching, support the show. These guys do a good job and do their due diligence to help you guys every week. So subscribe and help them out whenever you watch the show whenever you can.
All right. Thanks. Good luck this week. Enjoy the games.
Yep.